Hello, my name is Lori. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. This is part of the Build-A-Block series, the Patriotic Build-A-Block series. This block, I promise you, is as easy as the last one was challenging. This one is called Follow the Leader. It makes a 12-inch block. I'm going to piece this as 4 quadrants, 4 identical blocks that look like that. And then you turn each one 90 degrees and it makes that lovely swirly pattern. I am going to piece this block so that these units and these units are half square triangles. That way, I don't have to worry about getting my sew and flips going the wrong directions. And I also don't have any bonus triangles. On the pattern, I don't know if you can see here at the bottom or not, when I post this pattern, it will also have the cutting directions for sew and flips if you prefer doing sew and flips instead of doing half square triangles. But I'm using the 2 at a time half square triangle method. So, that being said, I am going to have 4 2.5-inch reds, 4 2.5 by 4.5-inch pieces, and 4 3-inch squares for my 2 at a time half square triangles. For the white, I need 4 white pieces that are 2.5, and I need 2 of the 3-inch squares to make the half square triangles. I'm going to lay the half square triangle pieces up there as I go. For the blue, I need 4 2.5 by 6.5-inch pieces, and I also need 2 3-inch pieces to make these red and blue half square triangles. So let me get some things organized and set up, and we will continue making 4 of these units. To make my 2 at a time half square triangles, I mark from corner to corner. I'm going to mark on the back of all 4 reds. And then I will sew a scant 1/4 of an inch and then trim these to 2.5. Once I have them sewn and cut apart, I will be back in just a minute after I have sewn the pieces together. Time to lay this block out. I'm laying it out like the block here in the corner because they are all the same. So the stars go directly across the middle. The nugget is here helping us out, keeping us safe from the wicked deer that are eating corn and completely ignoring him. So he's gonna just keep barking. So I need the red to go this way and the white into the corner so it'll make the pinwheel. Next up, I need the red 2.5-inch square here. I'm flipping them all the right direction so it makes life easier and quicker at the sewing machine. And I need the other square there and the white square, and this is a white on white square, so I need to really look at it to see which way it actually goes. So I'll assemble this row first and this row. Then we'll put the rows together and make it into a giant 4-patch. Be back in just a moment. Great thing about this block is that even though there are 2 seams here, there are no seams to line up with here. There's 1 seam here, there's no seams to line it up there. So the only time I'm going to have to worry about lining up seams is here in the middle with the pinwheel. The rest of the time, no seams line up. This block doesn't look like much when it's like this. It's the spin when you give each one a 1/4 of a turn that makes the block turn into something better, with that pinwheel in the center and the, see, the pinwheel's not in the center, I'm not going the right direction, with the pinwheel in the center and those legs and the bars. Looks very, very good. Let me sew it together and I'll be right back. Get sewn together like your standard 4-patch. I press these blocks toward the red so that they're, because there's less seams on the red on this side, so that it'll be easier to swirl that pinwheel. This is one of those opportunities for review. If you pull that seam apart, you can swirl the pinwheel. I know some of you don't like the swirl the pinwheel, but it lays much flatter if you do. Let me iron and I'll be right back. Well, sometimes best laid plans go astray. So even though I did pick out the seams, it just did not want to swirl and lay down, so I pressed that seam open and it still lays nice and flat. There it is, the block. All finished, follow the leader. Much easier and quicker, but not nearly as graphic as the last one, just lots quicker. Very vibrant though. I hope to see you next week for, the block is called Design for Patriotism next week. And we'll be back to a little more challenging. This one was so simple, but we needed that rest and brain break. See you then. See you on Friday. Please remember that the printable pattern is below and on my blog, wearequilters.com. Here is the layout so that you can see where this block goes. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. Have a great day.